Fred. He asks, Dale, most folks aren't in great shape and will tank early in a fight. What are the pain centers that will end the fight and give us a chance to escape?
Again, a lot of variables in that type of scenario. First of all, talking about endurance and physical fitness, and you referred to it as tanking early in a fight. Well, remember what I said earlier, most fights probably only go, 4, 7, 8, 10 seconds. They're not that long. So I'd imagine you'd probably have enough gas to go for 10 seconds. It's what you do in those 10 seconds that's going to count. And, where do you strike? What do you do to end a fight really quickly? Again, so many variables on that one as well. Look, if you're fighting 3 guys and you know that in your mind's eye, you can see yourself lasting about 7 seconds, 10 seconds. You got about 10 seconds to deal with 3 dudes. And how are you going to stop those kind of guys in 10 seconds or 15 seconds or 20 seconds? There's no magical way to, well, there is. It's not magical. But there is a way to incapacitate someone quickly, but whether you are able to do that or not in a limited amount of time under duress and a lot of dynamics there, that's another question. Obviously, the easy one is, when it comes to a man, kick him in the groin. Nothing wrong with that. Grab him in the groin, kick him in the groin. Hell, if your head was down and you had nothing else to do, bite him in the groin. Remember, you're here to win, and not to be nice or play by some kind of ridiculous rules imposed by the moral society. Other things you can do is obviously strike for the eyes with the fingertips. Try to at least, it's not going to stop him, but again, you're going to affect his ability to see, to maneuver, and it's a little disconcerting. But other areas that you can obviously attack, are pressure point areas. A lot of people are, and this will require a little research. We don't have enough time to address all that here, but pressure point control areas, brachial stunning, those types of things, delivering a strike into the tissue, into the nervous system, using the fluid shockwave principles, are effective if you know how to do it. My recommendation is, and I'll make an endorsement here for somebody, a guy named Bruce Siddle. He used to own a company called PPCT, Pressure Point Control Tactics. He's got a pretty effective way, and his system was developed for police officers who didn't have a lot of time to grapple or learn how to fight, but needed to stop or at least control, a suspect or whoever they had, a detainee. So, those are some of the things he taught, and they are pretty effective. You just got to have confidence to use them, but they're simple. They use gross motor skills, and that's what makes them kind of unique. So that's my recommendation on that. Otherwise, again, I would say default back to what I said earlier to another individual is, consider some type of weaponry. That's the ultimate equalizer. Whether you carry a knife, whether you carry a firearm, batons, or whatever it is, even a canine that's got some training will again level the playing field a little bit more for you.
Hey, it's Jimbo over here at TRS Survival with another tip for you. This may be one of the most important tips you ever get if you're ever caught in an urban meltdown. Like say there was a complete breakdown of our modern society, like if the power grid went down for a long time or something like that. Our own government estimates that within 6 months of a massive power grid failure, a shocking 90% of urban Americans will die. Are you ready for something like this? Most guys aren't, or they think they are, but they're really not. Mainly because they've been listening to and getting bad advice from the wrong people. Because while some folks will band together and help each other, most people will simply panic and resort to looting, brutality, and even murder to survive. You can imagine how desperate and dangerous things are going to get. Which is why I brought in former Delta operator and Green Beret Dale Comstock to give you the real scoop. Dale's been a combat soldier for over 30 years, and he's seen up close and personal what really happens when a modern society like ours suddenly comes to a crashing halt. It's not pretty, and the survival of you and your family will have little to do with bushcraft skills or what kind of tree bark is safe to eat. So Dale will show you 2 vital survival tips. Number 1, he'll show you exactly what gear and supplies you should pack in your bug-out bag or rucksack, and it's probably not what you think. Most people don't have anything like this ready, or they load up their sacks with the wrong kind of equipment and survival gear. These mistakes can cost you your life, but now you'll know precisely what you have to have ready and what you can do without. And number 2, you'll discover how to operate as a military patrol unit in a live combat situation. Okay, these are advanced military combat tactics almost never taught to civilians. It's intensive instruction that will have you and your buddies or your family operating like a well-oiled combat-ready commando unit. Okay, I wish I could show these videos to you right here, right now, but I can't. I can't risk having my channel banned. But you can get them all for free. Just click on the link in the description. I'll see you there.
Thanks for watching our video lessons here at TRS Direct. Hit the like button down below and consider subscribing to our channel here on YouTube. Hit the bell icon and we'll send you a notification when there's a new lesson available. Thanks again for watching.